And so whereas Domestic Violence Awareness Month began as a Day of Unity event in October 1981 under the auspices of the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, and whereas Monarch Services was founded in 1977 when volunteers secured a grant to open a safe shelter, Mariposa House, and Monarch Services continued to grow to meet the needs for safe shelter and services to domestic violence victims. And whereas in 1987, Monarch Services became one of the first rape crisis centers to be funded in California and was instrumental in developing and implementing one of the first sexual assault response teams in the nation, currently serving 1,500 victims of domestic violence and sexual assault each year. And whereas mandatory social isolation during the current COVID-19 pandemic has left many survivors in homes that are unsafe and has fractured support networks that survivors may typically rely on to seek help or escape violence. And whereas Monarch Services offers immediate crisis response to survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, and human trafficking through its 24-hour confidential bilingual crisis hotline. And whereas it takes a whole community to end domestic violence, now therefore I, Justin Cummings, Mayor of the City of Santa Cruz, do hereby proclaim the month of October 2020 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month in the City of Santa Cruz and commend Monarch Services on its continued dedication to raise awareness and prevent violence in our world.
Thank you so much, Mayor Cummings. Thank you, everyone. I'm Delphine Burns, Communications Manager with Monarch Services. We're really honored that October is officially Domestic Violence Awareness Month here in Santa Cruz. We really, really appreciate the recognition. It's so important. As Mayor Cummings said, domestic violence has been reported more and has gone up during this time of isolation. And so it's extremely important that we are recognizing that it's sort of a pandemic within a pandemic and that it's not safe at home for everyone, and that there are definitely increased risk factors for those who are experiencing domestic violence. And with that, I just also want to invite you all. We are hosting a webinar on the dynamics of domestic violence. It's tomorrow at 10:30. It can be found on Monarch Services website, monarchscc.org, or on any of our social media. You can also feel free to call us, email me if you're interested in attending, but it'll be exploring basically the deeper dynamics of domestic violence, so then we can all help understand the red flags more and help our community and really be there if somebody is really isolated during this time and does reach out to one of us. So once again, I just want to say thank you so much for having me and for honoring Monarch's work today and proclaiming October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So thank you so much, Mayor Cummings and Council.
Thank you, Delphine, and thank you, Mayor Cummings, for this opportunity to highlight that October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And Delphine, thank you also for your work on our Commission for the Prevention of Violence Against Women. I know that you mentioned that tomorrow there's an opportunity to engage in a webinar with a Monarch, but are there other ways that the community can support domestic violence prevention and support the work that you're doing as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for asking. There's so many ways. I think that we've been really focusing a lot recently on prevention work specifically, just because during this time, that's really important for people to be educated about, right? Isolation is a tool that's used by people who cause harm to their partners to ensure that their partners are trapped in that situation and that they don't have resources and individuals to reach out to. So I would say number one is really just educate yourself on the signs of domestic violence, and also educate yourself on how to be a good supporter, a good ally to survivors if somebody were to disclose to you. It makes a really, really big difference how the first person that a survivor discloses to responds to them. Makes a difference in whether they'll report it, whether they'll ever disclose to anybody else. So really just, even if you feel like you don't know what you would say or how you would respond to somebody in trauma, that's normal. It's really hard, right? It's emotional for them. It's emotional for you hearing from that person, likely a loved one. So take the time now before that ever happens to go and seek out those resources. We have them on our website, but even if you just search how to support a domestic violence survivor, how to support a sexual assault survivor, it's really important that you let them know that you're not judging them and they're not alone and it's not their fault. And just taking those simple steps makes you a resource for them. And that is really one of the most important things, is that individuals who feel isolated know that they can reach out and that they can reach out to members of our city and members of our community for help. So the webinar will be a great resource on that. But I would say, other than that, look out for the work that's already being done in the community and see how you can get involved. There's never too many people involved. We appreciate volunteers at Monarch. We appreciate donation of time or financial donations. But really just, I think the first step is educating yourself so then you can be a reliable ally or supporter to a survivor if anyone does ever disclose to you.
Great suggestions. Thank you.
Thank you all.